kasiye eso kaseboy efrin krapone mantemo poko ase festos adum prezabie dinimo ho na obehu eye XTV Samsung sawko piemu e wa befo tintan kase ne so a Facebook eye XTV GH Samsung na YouTube eye XTV Ghana ene eye fiada ene eye foriso bosom no ne data so ngotwe e wa fimpimie ne adwonumie no emo nsema hodo a mede brew ene nwumre edosu yankasa ne dumakote bia wo bete ene se enrada wo mampania bedi ekire ahaji Dr. Mamudu Bawumia na mafo akasa yesi ye hwehwe no wo mbe kasa fa yesi kasem ho enura wakasa fa yesi kasem ho na wode atodwa se wo no akasa gi atom se imprempra ye wo mu die oman no emu aye den pa emu kiremo obete e wakase eso Samsung na dia wakasa edima endisa manyuku no National Communication Officer Sami Jemfi wono so de atodwa se eda no wotena se ehwe Ghana mampani na adodan kwakufado wone nsentwerefo wo mukombo hwetwe no wahu ne se Womampani wanya ade ontimi na ade so ya mane fa nhye ni kachire wose womampani nyama wokekan nyina de di pefe se wono we feli poto ewo amemu na wo bu no eho emu kiremo obete ewo kase eso na kase boyemu na ya agudie mu nsem so ebeba walfa ewo emrepemo nsem bi ka we ho na mede bro sanyimre no nsia kase abrame roba pa me visa kosi atemidi kase brewo ma metwa me ho se ma me ba mede kase boy emu chichiremo akasa edibema Chakra ye ene ye hu se ye sikasem enkoye nyema enkoye krokra ewo maimo ne senti no na Ghana fo bebre e na hyase se wo mo kasa na wo mo kasa de no wo bisa se o mapenya be de ekire ahaji Dr. Mamudu Bawumia wakwahye he ye pese obekasa san se wo no ene wo chom se ba ne sikasem hututu ya wodi mu kinkima pa inte ba ne san ene sikasem tese enkoye sikasem aye basa ye hwehwe na ye hunu na amafo kasa ma ene senti no eda no bi ono kra san ba bonti be kan ye se enya se ye sikasem na enkoye won pese obekasa e dia fa wanafo se de ekoso no wonim ne mo no wonim pa se de ekoso ni wonim nso se omampani na nadodan kwakufo ado wode ne gidie pa etimi e de ahye ne mo enti na wode sa de bre no e de ama no enti nya de a wobedi omampani hwembo enrada yasi na nabo na netimi aba bedru ni nyina ene se omampani abedi ekire ahaji Dr. Mamudu Bawumia wo piemu ewokasoa na wone eye NPP ekuku damfo ekokasaye ekire Ghana fo yesi kasem no ne bobre se ne sifa etie ewo omanmo na bra omampani abedi ekire ahaji Dr. Mamudu Bawumia ekasa no ene wode atodwa se wono akasa wogitumpa se die nyemamu aye den se obi kaze nyemamu nya den dia na sane pakro no woboa wogitum se nyemamu aye den na ne nyinemu no aban we woto anamo woye nhihye nyema hudu ebetimi abo oman no mo oman yetimi akonenim no eno na aban woye yenkohwe
issues about national economies and how well individual countries are handling their respective economic situations appear to be the most important thing on people's minds in recent times. From the man on the street to the business mogul, the food we eat, the clothes we wear, the shelter we seek or have, the benevolence we extend to friends and family, the health of the economy is the foundational instrument. To bring this home, essentially, the economy is what we feel in our pockets. I acknowledge that we are going through challenging times. This is the reality, irrespective of the cause. Not long ago, we had felt similar despair. The fear of losing our lives to a pandemic and the near halt to our economy as we battle to survive each day. Some years ago, we had been confronted by very dire circumstances. The joblessness of our youth, the years of doomsor, that adversely impacted on businesses and jobs, the disappointment of dealing with a collapsed national health insurance system and the inability to access health care, the bane of the cash and carry system, a nearly collapsed national ambulance system, a freeze on public sector employment, and an almost collapsed banking sector, and so on. The economy was on the verge of collapse, and a legacy of take-or-pay contracts saddled the economy with annual excess capacity charges of close to $1 billion a year. These were basically contracts to supply energy to Ghana.
Enuechi wasanso editu jase sena woka ne se oman no emu ayedin wuntimi fa ntoto abra eye chinye amanyuko ejobodo ananso wo mama ehe anjo anfa amaye no wuntimi fa mo ho emfa ntoto wo mu krakrakra wo sesa wo hwe modern bo se ne aban wetimi tutu nyema iye se ne nyema esefa eko fiti afimpim ye ni dunsom a won betina bedwa kase so edikopim afimpim ye ni eduonu baako mo ansa na mpo coronavirus yi ebeba no wasi aban wo abone homodin papa wo hwe ebre eye 2013 edikopim 2016 asana NPP amanyuko no ebeji abedwa kase na nyema nkoye emfa ma oman no na dumso eyade omudi dware ye papa nyema nkoye wona wo modwuma seye dwedwuma enni ho insem bebre ena ekoso wo kyerem se wodi wanda se ne mamo ayedinde na so wo kyerem se mre bi etwemu no anka na die eye pa ediman.
Widening of the deficit in 2020 and 2021 as a result of COVID-19. Even that, notwithstanding COVID-19, our current account position between 2017 and 2021 is much stronger than that between 2013 and 2016. Improvements in the current account performance and increased capital inflows have helped to boost Ghana's international reserves. The data shows that gross international reserves increased from 6.1 billion in 2016 to 8.4 billion 4 months of import cover by 2019, and subsequently to 9.6 billion 4.4 months of import cover at the end of 2021. By February 2022, the gross international reserves had decreased marginally to 9.5 billion for 4.3 months of import cover. So in terms of gross international reserves, our economic situation is still much stronger than what it was in the 2016 period. Now we come to the fiscal balance, widening of the deficit in 2020 and 2021 as a result of COVID-19. Even that, notwithstanding COVID-19, our current account position between
Haji Dr. Mamudu Baumia and Ohoyesa with me akasan some of the two Johnny de Edoso pa and who kakra be pe and yet me ediamono. Nyamia Duma Ijada, dear course na Ebebomu ediamon, I was so with dear echo. Ye twaka siano so dear Nawochia and a better just say Gana Mam Penny na adodan kwako fwado. Okwako piemu ewo UK no ko piemu ewo UK dia woni BBC isentreni baakon etimi akwako kasa na ni nyina ene sentreni wo bone homodin papa le kamia say questions a wo bi sense bisa wo bisa no esin ye na ye wo man mu woni bibiara na wono de obone homodin ankwanko ye te se oman mu a ende ye se ye ko hia eye o mampani ni ene na kwa kasa na o ma hyeda atro questions de abre ye say mu bisa we wankwa ko bisa pa na ye say wo no wo pa hwe eyi aban no e de ama o sentreni o BBC ni de wanfa o mampani wanfa ne ho anche ne kitekite inde questions a je say obisa na wabodge nyina ewoso ena otimi ebisa no na no mo ye nyina ye hwe bi se na omampani ebo ne homodin etimi yiyi nsem no anno na no mo ena wopani e wono ena kasa edima NDC amanyukuo no eyopani Sami Jemfi wode ababetu dwase wono ankasa tenase ahwe video anapo se wo mo komotwetwe a ekoso no edi honda sepefe ese a omampani wedi ntwo wo mo no makrokokokokwa insema okeka ye ne nyema okeka no ensiseso ye konenkoshe.
I've watched excerpts of the interview.
Okay.
And what I saw in that interview was a president who is not willing to accept responsibility for his own mismanagement and the failings of his government. I saw a president who has lost touch with the realities of his people, a president who has become increasingly intolerant due to, obviously, the intoxication of power.
Really?
And so, as a Ghanaian,
he did an excellent performance defending Ghana.
What was excellent about what he said in that interview, I felt embarrassed as a Ghanaian watching our president speak that way, because all the things he said in that interview were false, and the the interviewer, the host, actually exposed all those falsehood that he sought to peddle, and you realize that ruffled him. And as egoistic as he is, and as we know him to be, he took offense and started describing some of the questions of the interviewer as provocative, when those questions were very harmless.
I mean, it's not unexpected that when you're in a banter with somebody over any interview,
it wasn't a banter; it was an interview. You understand?
It was an engagement that required him to.
And there's a journalist who is not from Ghana, who doesn't live here, and who wants to understand why Ghana, which used to be one of the shining examples relative to our economic position in Africa, has all of a sudden seen its economy deteriorating, and why we are performing so terribly, currently.
In Fisanso, edituja say. Sawusha womu bisanu yesika sem ho na fede wo de ahye coronavirus no wo de ahye Ukraine no wo de ahye we no wo de ahye we wo twem se we nyina ene hwe he wuntimi wade so a wo se wo kachire enenye yenkone kwohwe.
But you see, my point is
moving on to this.
My point is that I just want to conclude on this, and you come in. My point is that our city is not depreciating at this alarming rate because of COVID. COVID rather even helped the city to be strong, because way before COVID, in 2019, the city depreciated by a whopping 12.9%. And that is why in January that year, I brought that story. January 2020, we recorded our first 2 cases of COVID-19 on 12th of March 2020. You remember?
Yeah.
But on the 17th of January 2020, government inaugurated a committee to investigate the depreciation of the city. When COVID came, don't create the impression that, because the president said in that interview that before COVID, all was well with our economy. That is not true. Before COVID, your deficit was 7.5%, higher than the 5% you had set for yourself in the Fiscal Responsibility Act. Before COVID, debt to GDP had crossed 62%. The World Bank country director has said that before COVID, our economy was on its way to the intensive care unit. The signs were clear on the wall that our economy was not strong. The fundamentals were very weak. Before COVID, your currency had depreciated by 12.9%, and you have set up a committee to investigate that. Before the Russian-Ukrainian conflict, in 2021 alone, a price of a gallon of diesel and petrol had gone up by 9 Ghana cedis. We started January 2021 with the price of country. That was way before the Russian-Ukrainian conflict that started on 24 February 2022. Even in this year, 2022, from January to February, the price of a gallon of diesel and petrol had gone up by 3 Ghana cedis, from 30 cedis to 33 Ghana cedis. So stop making excuses.
Sami Jemfi wono communication officer Edima National Democratic Congress NDC amanyuku no na enano pay ye isuo kase bi pa etoye na okopie mo ewo nkrane kaswa kwantempon so dia gechiremu a enya asem kuma kra ukopie mo ewo bie ya ye frɛ ho LCC barrier apreku na afense kwa dikodu kaswa to boot ho no ma yechiremu say isuo na yirama wona womu etukwa wona mutikam wona munam kwan wono obi ani bebi a wode ni niema ebetimi afa ye chemo se isoyi etimi fa ya afa niema bi na afa na mafo ka isoyi etwe edekoye enyasem kitwa ye nko ne kohwe se na iso to ye se na yema esifa ekoye Isonya to ya na je say asem na esie enti asem esie e de ama nkrofo a womo enam enkrane kaso akwanti pond so no na wetime ahwe iso yira ye bisa se eden pa na esie eden pa na etimi di sa nyeme nyina ede eba enti wona omunam sa akwan no so no ewunam ho a na wetimi ayahwe yie papa yenya no enti esa iso no enhyeda ntwitwi emfemfiri kwan no so ye egusara ebi ewo ho enti no wunam kwan no so a na wetimi ayahwe yie se na be ye a ohun enkokoka dwemu ewo ho nom na meto akase no so kwa kopiemu ewa hosem a enede ya etimi ato omamu ni nyina ene se abrante ba kwa achese wotwa sini and di Sam Ajetefio na dodo na enim se ye freno Titi taxi driver enede wadani benkum so achese akwakoya hosem papa na Titi taxi driver ye womu chirima wedi mfisha makon eduson 9 for 74 years ena wetimi edie na sena be ya ye nyina ye betimi akai ne pakon a me ka ne ho asem ye nkone nkɔhwe Abraham ye taxi driver senior na waka womu eyi ewo my Ghana mo edru ope na obi biara ntempa inde wo dwa so ukofom kra na opentem adrufie na wakakɔhwe ye taxi driver ye nkone nkɔhwe sa sini no
before the miensa enu kwa nkosi hwe na ponche bawe na mde ba ha madru kwasi asem kwa shut up.
Hey, Titi, what he brought you here?
Go.
I say, what he brought you here?
A long story, child. Hey, policeman, it seems you are trying to be lenient with them. Huh? I didn't say for you to come and talk. I say I want action. It be action I want.
Look here.
Not be our tax where we take pay you.
You be the goat owner.
I be the goat owner.
And this why be I remember 1900. Last I put the water in this match. I don't think anything. So I say put up.
Keep it on. I say put up. Because you are a policeman, you are forcing all of us not to listen to the radio. No. Now, let me tell you. We are going to vote.
You will vote if somebody dies.
We are under a constitutional rule. So nobody can sit on anybody's right or happiness. Let us put the radio on and let's wake me up. I said put the radio on. Drop, you are disturbing public peace. If you do, you drop.
No. Do you want to listen to radio or you want dropping?
Cool, man. If you don't want to turn on the radio, it's okay.
It's no nipa ye kan wansem sesia no ono ene dia wo drive taxi no ono ene taxi driver wo she atade pink a wo hu no sesia e wo screen no so na yare ho sem papa ye nyina ye nim ne wansem e beto odwa e wo man mu ani nyina ene se na wo si wo ni hwe a wo de adese de di maganafo e nam so kra na o mampanya be di eche wo no so e command ska 50,000 Ghana cedis enu echi ye Flagstaff House ye maame chief of staff wono so e command 4,000 40,000 ehun sem bebre no echi wo san baye amafo Ghana fo twa body na sika bebre ye di mawo udi ye de ehun sem bebre ene de oko intino woni eye atiasefo asase su biom XTV ni SQ nyinara ye ma na busuafo ni Ghana fo nyina yakọ ye ma obi biara hyedin na we de ya hwe ade ankasa ya hwe ade ankasa we eni arehosem a yetime ede aka ye kase ne ho ede amawo enefiade ye gira ne nsem weso na nanyume kase amede bre wo no me fe ne nyina mfe nsi hanom na me fa seda kase mfa ma se wonya bre ne adaje na wo hwe XTV yanyume no nsia kase nanyumre me fa seda mfa ma chichi beauty parlor wono na wo ye me makeup na fence no ye miti ede ma me frɛ no e wo 0547 254078 0547 254078 na wono weekend si upesa ohu ye fe pa frɛ no na obe ma ohu aye fe ankasa sanso de o ma me atade we ehye ohwe matade a fe ankasa ayet creation wono nso de hia ne sa obefrɛ no bebi owo bia fa wonia makoma ne ma ne mema mofra ene panifo opam ne nyina bi frɛ no 0242 389 851 0242 389 851 na wono nso obema wo ho aye fe kama opedi akwa asori wedding no obeyi ni nyina bi ediamo asida enkoma wona a wo mogina camera na chi edi maame DJYX na fence no Faith Samson ena law ena fence Bismarck wo ene wo MC aho wo ene twa me edi two mo producers Fafali Stephanie Hetty boss lady ni boss so mami ama wo nyina time echi me amedi kase so ebrewo oba pa me visa kosi atemida se emomo enehwe